Today I'm going to give you an update on how the nopal or prickly pear cactus fence that I planted just over a year and a half ago is coming along. We've had our shares of ups and downs between pests and droughts and heat waves, but I've managed to keep it alive. Here's how it all started about 18 months ago. Check out the full video to see how I did the whole process. About a year later, I added some more compost and some mulching to retain some moisture. And this is the walk up from the ravine where I'm trying to build the fence as a barrier here. 14 months later, coming along. Some new growth on the cactus that's closest to the stone wall, which gets attacked by the lizards, so it's having a harder time getting established than the rest of its friends down the line here. 16 months, and look at these beautiful little pods. Now that white you see on there is kaolin clay that I had applied for various reasons to combat the lizards. Hopefully they would stop eating it so much. And also the cochineal. The cochineal was a bit of a battle. You can check out what I did for that little pest in this video here. The first year and a half seems to be going pretty well here. We've got some decent growth. Your growth is going to depend on where you are and how much rainfall you get. They need a minimum 200 millimeters or 8 inches a year to really kind of thrive. This is before, and now this is after. Got a few new pads there, some nice form. If you're wondering how the mother plant did after I cut off all those pads, take a look here. Fantastic. From what I'm seeing, this is about May. It's popping with prickly pear fruit and the flower. Looks like we're going to have a really great crop of prickly pears this year. We'll see how they do during the summer while I'm away. I mentioned the cochineal before, and for centuries here on the Canary Islands they've had Dactylopius coccus costa, which is a really good one they use for their carbonic acid in dyes. But now there's a new player in town, and that's Dactylopius opuntia cockerel, or Cochineal sylvestre in Mexico, and it's destroying the entire prickly pear penca population here on the islands. Here's an example just down the road. You can see it's just literally falling down. This cochineal is a sneaky little creature. You gotta check all the nooks and crannies because they like to hide and do their thing in private. Let's take another walk up from the ravine 4 months later. And what do we have here? This is your Tizon lizard, or Galotia galoti. All right, looking good. I'm happy with that. Now this is kind of around May or so, so I'm going away for 2 months this summer. So hopefully they'll hold on. Perhaps I can get somebody to come by and give it some water while I'm away. We'll see. This is August 25th, 20 months since the planting. I'm back from summer, 2 months away. The avocado tree looks good. Mango tree as well. We've got some mangoes ready to go. But then I came walking along and came along this. Look at that. Cochineal has reestablished itself. The prickly pear cactus itself is drooping over. Look at that second one over there. It's touching the ground. There's more cochineal on here. All right, I'm a little worried. It looks pretty lame, but let's try and bring these back. Oh no, total infestation on this one. Look at how bad that is. Mother plant. Oh, this is what it was before, and this is what it looks like now. Disaster. Look at all those prickly pears just dead on the cactus, eaten by the cochineal. Look at that. That was so nice. And look at it now. I'm going to take all these off to relieve some of the weight on the cactus. If you've watched my video on the cochineal and how to get rid of it, you'll see I tried various different methods. But with the amount of prickly pear cactus I have, you know, I find the brushing just is really the most effective. Do it once in a while and really takes care of the populations. They run in like a life cycle of 35 to 40 days, so there'll be busy periods and not so busy periods of brushing. Here you can see the scarring, all the yellow is where the cochineal was sucking all the juices out of the cactus. And the little ant, they love the cochineal. They eat their honeydew. This guy's going, what has happened to my stash of honeydew? Well, sorry man, I had to get rid of it. If you look and listen well enough, you can hear them just screaming out for some water. This is a couple days after the initial brushing off of the cochineal. Some have returned, but not too many. And check out this pad. This is what was left over after the initial brushing of the carminic acid. Just carnage. You see I took the prickly pears off to lessen the weight. And I'm going to try and rehydrate this mother plant. Things are definitely on the rebound. I'm happy to see that. I had a technician drop by, a man who knew a lot more about prickly pear cactuses than I do, and he suggested that I get rid of any pads that are touching the ground and clean up the congested areas here. Maybe those are too close together. So I'm going to take some of these and maybe plant them somewhere else in the garden. So here's a month ago, and here it is now. So this is about 2 weeks since last time I brushed, and they really haven't come back. A couple places, maybe here a little bit, you got some cochineal made its way back. Brush it off, and that just may be the end of it. So thanks for watching. Oh, a little bit more over here. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and good luck with your prickly pear adventure. Try and make a fence, give it a go. The knowing is the doing. Garden on.